Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 4 de Chains of Satinav. Em busca do erudito das fadas, que pode salvar Nuri, a situação está bem complicada. Atrás de nós, as criaturas do feiticeiro. À frente, um batalhão de orcs. Temos que dar um jeito de abrir caminho, vivos. Rumo ao norte. Que dia mais horrível! Viajei até o norte com Nuri. Esse estranho corvo falastrão também se uniu a nós. Afortunadamente, passa seu tempo explorando os arredores. Estou extenuado, mas talvez essa titiriteira nos possa levar ao norte. Tarde ou cedo, encontraremos o erudito das fadas, e ele me dirá o que devo fazer com Nuri. As criaturas do oráculo, como nos encontraram, temos que sair daqui. Preciso me esconder, diria o escovinho. Na barreira de sangue, de verdade será um cinzeiro? As criaturas mataram a titiriteira. A duras penas escapamos com o seu carroção. Agora a letal barreira de sangue jaz ante nós e não temos nenhum equipamento. Nem sequer temos a mínima ideia de como encontrar o erudito das fadas. O que é mentira, isso aí tudo a gente já passou e está em ordem inversa. Aqui vem a parte da morte da manipuladora de fantoches e depois a nossa fuga para o norte.
Ushai Orkash, Droshak, Nachtairach, Grochroik Hakus, Go Israk. Taika Karek!
Nuri! They are fighting about who Tyrek will crush like a maggot.
What?
Escutar pouco mais.
Let's listen in on the orcs some more.
Okay.
Trokor Harkulzach. Korka Harkulzach. Groch Jurahir. Knak Tairach. Taika Jorm Darak Baruk Sharas Tor Aikar
Again, there are many names. A certain Aikar.
The Aikar is the chieftain of all orcs.
They're waiting for their supreme orc. Just what we need.
No. They've been waiting for a judgment from their god for days.
And then?
And blood shall flow. Or they're waiting for blood?
Are you sure you're getting this right, Nuri?
Their god wants blood, the orcs want blood, but no one seems to have it.
We could offer Master Raven here.
Keep on joking, my boy.
Será que já encerrou toda a conversa que eles têm para escutar?
Now they're just running in circles. They're not saying anything new.
Agora esgotou, agora sim. Pode parar.
I'll deal with this. All will be fine.
Mandíbula superior.
Perhaps he's looking for his lower jaw. I can't reach it. Plus, the orcs would detect me.
Então tem que pedir pro amigão.
Trokor Harkulzach.
Say,
Reconciliação.
I'm sorry I was cross with you again. I know you only mean the best with your warnings, but we have to reach that explorer at the Red Lake.
Apology accepted.
Didn't you want to say something too?
Yes.
Yes?
Don't make our situation any worse.
Me dê a mandíbula superior, por favor.
Do you see that jawbone at the pole?
Yes.
You'll have to fetch it for me.
Why me?
You're a bird. Flutter, flutter.
I'm not a common scavenger crow.
Suplicar, pedir ou envolver Nuri? Pedir, né? Por favor.
Come on, Raven.
Or?
I'm a bird catcher. I know ways to get rid of feathered buggers like you.
Ushai Orkash,
Já apelou.
Nachtairach.
Não precisava. Pensei que pedir ele ia dizer por favor. Muito obrigadinho.
Say,
Outra senda? Confiado?
We'll deal with them, won't we?
There are dozens of them. You don't even have a sword.
Raven, you distract them. And Nuri? Do you know how to perform a death spell?
No,
Sleeping spell?
no.
We'll deal with them anyway. Oh, nothing.
Araikagroch. Sarbroch.
Mandíbula superior.
Hogash Drotzairach. Ogra.
The Raven hardly caught the orc's attention.
Krutzmoch Goga.
I don't want to meet that beast when it's still alive.
Aikuruk. Araiki Rugar Boshrasek.
Juntar isso com a corda.
Istrasek.
A throw hook.
Mora.
E juntou? Juntou.
A throw hook?
Ah, assim que ele vai trepar lá na catarata.
Trokor Harkulzach. Koga.
Aqui tem uma poça d'água.
The drops are falling at a constant rate. It's a different frequency than the drumming of the orc.
Ah, nós vamos atrapalhar o batuque ali.
This constant dripping makes me go mad, but I'm used to that from my room in Andergast.
Acho que aqui vai o crânio fazer um barulhão.
Let's see.
Torog ein Marka. Kushach Raigeroi. Urkmol. Ocha geht rüber. Geht Ragnar Knach Teirach. Zogach Guroch Rechteirach. Rika Zolochai. Horok Sharas Brakarai. Ar Eikar Barzorak. Ro Yarkach Kesara. Juroch Duragorschoi. Tor Teirach Yusha Obrach. Dusum Drasa. Raiko Knach. Takai Karka. Takai Karka. Takai Karka. Takai Karka.
Ah, agora eu posso pegar o corno de guerra?
Damn, the knot is too tight.
Tá amarrado. Faca.
There we go. Now I just have to hide it from Nuri. Otherwise we won't stay undetected for long.
Isso eu vou usar lá na estátua do deus? Cadê meu fisgador aqui? Por que será que ele fez isso?
The horn could catch the water like a funnel.
Ah, pra lá.
Now the Colossus is spilling blood.
Marok! Oh! Taika! No Tairach! Knach Tairach! Inroch Taika! Mol Atseki! Mol Kul Knach! Uzra! Ok! Baruko Kasrotak! Tairach! Rak Aikor! Ki Ushka Taika! Hortaka! Halku Sharas Brakarai! Halku Aika! Brazorak! Taika Garach! Solochai! Solochai! Aikata! Aikata!
Vai se catar, ele disse. Ah, todo mundo foi embora?
There!
Can we reach the Red Lake at last?
Follow me without attracting attention.
You're not the kind to give up easily, are you?
Yes, that's me.
Conseguimos.
The Red Lake!
No explorer to be seen anywhere.
Maybe there. Hello?
Not so loud, the orcs.
And who might you be, young'uns?
What?
Doente.
That must be the imp the dwarf was so mad about. That means the explorer can't be far away.
Flor.
Is that the Lily Princess?
Hmm?
I'm sure she'd rather be somewhere else. Now she can come with us.
Interesting flower. It makes butterflies glow.
Flor para nude.
Oh, Garen, we don't have time for things like that.
Coração romântico. E ela fica desprezando. Planta estranha.
What is this?
It's an Orkland orchid.
Don't believe him. Slime mold, that's what it is. Scatters slime everywhere when it's eaten.
Hey!
You don't make friends easily, do you?
You said it.
Flores.
Please let her sleep.
They're probably not getting enough sunlight. I'm not risking my life for a plant.
Lago Vermelho.
Finally, we've arrived. I wonder where the fairy scholar is hiding. Hello? Wise master?
He's not there.
You must be the scholar's imp, aren't you?
No, I'm a Capercaillie. A Capercaillie, and you won't catch me.
Do you know where his cave is?
Do I? Do I?
Oh, good. Where is it?
I'm not telling. I'm not a snitch.
The rock is bleeding colour. No, what use is that supposed to be? Look, I think these two are relatives. The last person I'll be giving flowers to.
Brecha na rocha.
Wise master, are you here? Just snow and rocks. No sign of a hideout.
Bracelete.
What are the orcs doing with a bracelet? Must be the spoils of war.
Bom assado.
I don't really want to know what's cooking. I'm not lugging around the whole roast.
Faquinha mágica.
One piece should suffice.
Escudo de orc. Agora eu dou a carne pro cachorro para ele soltar as ervas.
A small orcan bulldog. Gwendolyn used to keep his pipeweed in a pouch like this.
Vai dar pro pro duende, fumo.
Really?
Why, yes, and that's how, after 700 winters of loneliness, I finally... But I'll tell you the rest later, my child. The turnip face is back.
I guess it doesn't like it. We'll give you pipeweed if you show us the way to the explorer.
Got enough of that, and mine's better anyway.
Então eu te dou essa joia aqui.
This will yield nothing. Not a very bright idea.
I once had a pendant like that.
Pendant?
Oh, nothing. You can keep it.
Why, thank you.
Água.
The water will dry off soon enough.
He must leave my stone alone.
I prefer drinking it myself. Water?
Do I look like a ship's imp?
Water?
No, thanks.
You sure? We have gone quite some distance today.
Really? I'm not tired at all. And all will be well when we've found the fairy scholar?
I hope so.
His research might help me use magic without pain. Then I could grant your every wish.
At least that's what the fairy tales say. Perhaps the explorer can show you a way back into your world too. You'd be safe there.
Stop that. I'll turn back at once if you don't. I'm not going back to my world.
O lar de Nuri.
What's so horrible about your home?
Is the fairy scholar human, perchance?
You're trying to deflect.
You are trying to deflect.
Very well then, keep your secret to yourself.
E onde está o corvo?
Where has the raven gone anyway?
I hope nothing bad happened to him.
If it were up to me, he shouldn't even bother coming back.
But he's helped us many times.
Did he? I just keep hearing him making snide comments.
He warned us about the sad fairies.
Well, yes, that one time.
When he helped us with the orcs as well. In addition...
Yes, all right, he's welcome to come back. I'll have a further look around.
Mariposa.
A summerling.
Why does it glow?
All summerlings glow when they're happy.
Perhaps I can make some shade for it. I'm not going to climb down there. The smoke is not a good sign. The blood looks even more horrific from afar. What a monster! As loud as a real orc drum.
Escudo. Usar o escudo na brecha da rocha.
The Lily Queen. The summerling. Oh no, we'll have to free him.
I'm sure he's all right.
Slime. Limo.
Ugh.
Let it digest for a while.
Substância viscosa.
Horrible, slippery slobber.
What's he doing there?
I'm only looking.
Good. Because this is my favorite stone.
Joias com a bolsa para forragem.
Looks like the ceremonial baggy cap of the royal huntsman. Come on, show us the way to the cave.
No, I'm busy. Ah! nasty little...
Why, that was quite a splash.
You've ruined my pipeweed. It's all wet. Wet, wet, wet!
And you're bald, too.
What? A bald head? Where is my hat? My hat?
Well, imp?
No lugar da cartola, eu vou dar para ele aquele da forragem do cavalo com as joias, que vai parecer uma cartola enfeitada. Mas primeiro eu vou perguntar do erudito das fadas.
I caught you, so you'd better take us to the fairy scholar now.
Am I supposed to wander the world without a hat on my head? I want a new one.
Where am I supposed to get a new hat?
And new weed for the pipe. I'm demanding that too.
Tá aqui o seu chapéu novo, senhor.
Here's a hat for you, decorated and all.
This reeks of horse drool. But it has some nice thingamajiggies on the rim. Even better looking than the old one.
E agora, erva pro cachimbo.
Do you want this pipeweed?
Yes, yes. I'm not choosy in that respect. The most important thing is that it stings in the throat.
There, now you have what you wanted.
Just one more thing.
No, by all 12, not one thing more.
You don't have a sense of humor, do you? Well then, listen carefully. 70 paces towards where the thistles have no heads. 21 paces towards where the sunbeams are bent in a circle. 9 paces towards where the mushrooms have wings. There you'll find my friend in a hidden cave. As long as he's not down in the maze near his fairy artifact, that is.
That's easy. Come on, Geron.
What?
That was easy. But there's nobody here.
Damn, that imp duped us.
Wait, didn't he say the fairy scholar is examining an artifact deep down in the mountain?
That's right. So we'll have to go looking for him there. But without a map of the cave system, we'll never be able to find him.
Forget.
The explorer doesn't seem to have been here for days. Only charcoal and ashes left. This must have been used to illuminate the little grotto. The candle has burned down to a stump.
What's that supposed to be?
It shows statues with swords. Perhaps a piece of art. What's that supposed to depict?
Turn it around.
There's nothing on the back.
No, I meant the other way.
What other way?
Oh, you have no sense for art at all.
I can't think of anything here.
Coffee.
What's in there? Open it.
Obscure symbols, scrawls. I can't make heads or tails of this.
What is this?
There's something written on this one that I can't decipher.
Uma vezes 4, 4 vezes 1, picareta, carrinho, trilho. 6 vezes 3, 2 vezes 4, aranhas e ninho. 4 vezes 1, 2 vezes 4, uma coisa esquisita. 5 vezes 1, 3 vezes 6, diamantes.
That's one of those butterflies from the lakeshore.
Summerlings.
Or summerlings.
What's he doing in a display case?
Display case?
We have to free the summerling.
I can't reach it. Even if I get the wick out of there, this candle won't burn anymore. I can't use this wood for building a fire. It's all burnt.
on, let's just go.
No, we'll get lost without directions. I'm not going in there. I might stumble upon a village of tiny folk.
That's taking too much time. Come on, let's ask the imp.
Wait!
Oh no,
What's wrong?
there are orcs down at the lake.
Damn! They must have followed our tracks. We should hurry up. Nuri.
Magia da luz.
You're able to summon light, aren't you?
Only by night. I collect moonlight. There's no moonlight here, and it drains me something horrible.
Never mind then. I'll have a further look around. That's where the explorer must be. The tablet mentions a fairy artifact. I used to draw with charcoal as a child.
Can you draw me in 3 dimensions?
3 dimensions? I haven't got the slightest idea what you mean. In case you're cold. Oh no, I forgot. You're a fairy.
I like you. Why, that's not a vase.
Now it is indeed a vase.
Botar fogo na flor.
The flower wouldn't last 5 seconds.
Ah, magia para quebrar o vidro da mariposa? Pode ser. Deve ser, né? Não resta mais nada para fazer.
You must free him. Do you always have to break things?
You wanted me to set it free.
But not like that. Things shouldn't be broken.
It's just a jar.
Yes, just a jar. But at some point everything will fall apart. And everything will be dark and grey.
Ah, ela acendeu ali, foi na flor.
Perhaps the numbers on the stone tablet have something to do with this.
E por que eu estou fazendo essas coisas aqui?
Huh? No.
I think when you let 2 threads intersect, their shadow points to a place on the map.
So 2 threads at a time. Only 2 threads, but which ones? Damn, I just don't know what to look for. Perhaps the numbers on the stone tablet have something to do with this.
Qual que é o símbolo de coisa de fada? Essa daqui esquisita? 4 vezes 1 e 2 vezes 4. Então deve ser a dos diamantes aqui. 5 vezes 1, 3 vezes 6. A 1 no 5. E 3 no 6, era isso? É. Ou 6 na 3.
According to the stone tablet, there's a diamond grotto there. I don't think the explorer will be there.
Então é o das aranhas, eu tenho que descobrir a cova das aranhas. 6 no 3, 2 no 4.
According to this stone tablet, there's an emerald spider nest there. I don't think the explorer will be there.
Então, do carrinho de carvão. 1441.
According to the stone tablet, there's a copper mine there. I don't think the explorer will be there.
Quatro, 24.
If the numbers on the stone tablet are right, the fairy artifact must be there. I think I know where the explorer is now. Well, to get to the fairy artifact, we have to go right first, then straight on, then left once? No, twice left, then 3 times straight ahead. Can you remember that?
Left, right, straight on.
I think we better copy the directions down.
Carvão no papel.
I'll just draw the map on the backside.
Garon, you have to promise that the explorer won't send me home.
All right, I promise. Right, straight ahead, twice left, 3 times straight ahead. Come on, I know where we have to go now. All hail the 12. Are you the fairy scholar?
By Faburon's crown and Farendel's fingerweb, a fairy, in flesh and blood. Let me have a look at you, glistening maiden. What portal have you come through? Which world do you belong to? No, don't tell me. Tall and without wings, not a Larifari. And no creek or tree on you, so neither a nymph nor a dryad.
I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda. Can you help me so that I can use magic again, without any pain and loss?
An inquisitive fairy. Wait, I have to focus my mind.
I want to stay in this world and wander free like the raven and live through adventures with Garon. Can you help me?
Only 3 times am I allowed to err.
Master fairy scholar?
Oh, another... Oh, a human.
My name is Garon. We've come to seek your counsel. You are the fairy scholar, right?
Giacomo Nauta, sage of the spheres, temporal analyst, and fairy scholar. That hits the nail on the head, I should say. But just one moment, young man. Please do not touch those fairy crystals, Nuridara Nelavanda. Interference, you know. Where were we, my boy?
Fairy crystals?
Nuri can't use magic in this world.
Don't touch under any circumstances.
Whoops!
Save yourselves!
Gracinha muito sem graça, viu, dona moça? Nuri!
Nuri!
Anrianvella muren amatesta liananati. Gerionero Anrianvella.
E agora só a Bá que vai entender.
What did she say? can't reach it. Are the items in there valuable? I'm sorry. You have to know that I bring bad luck. She's gone crazy. She's gone even more crazy.
Ainda mais doida.
What did those crystals do to Nuri? The explorer is right. We'd better stay away from these stones.
Geron, se le avi uribella amatesta. Uh-oh.
Damn, this is high.
Mochila, sem urso.
You'll have to travel on without a backpack, I'm afraid. My arm is too short.
O braço da estátua de cavaleiro.
He has lost his sword. Now his hand is only grabbing thin air. The arm of the fairy knight statue.
Parte de bastão.
The statue fell on the stick and cut it in half. The other half is lodged beneath this statue.
Escombros.
The boulder is much too heavy.
Quebrar os escombros.
This time it wasn't my fault.
Não conseguiu.
Your stick is broken.
Usar esse bastão para levantar a outra parte dos escombros. Muito bem.
The statue fell on the stick and cut it in half. Nuri, could you please? Well, good, thanks.
Atialne mune du leval. Is mantrairelli. Is lera mantrairelli.
Mamma mia!
That's better.
E agora eu uso isso para pegar a mochila sem urso ou uso o braço da estátua?
I'd feel better if the stick had a barbed hook. The life's work of the explorer might vanish into the abyss. And that's the kind of disaster I don't want on my conscience.
É o braço mesmo.
Too short.
Oh, muito curto. Junta com o bastão, será?
The stick fits perfectly into the hole left by the sword handle.
Ah, sim.
Un mulila, Geron.
I'll leave it closed. I don't want to have to deal with those things.
Não quer a sua mochila sem urso?
All right, Sage of the Spheres and Temporal Analyst, I better get us out of here. And then you'll tell me what I need to know. How could that happen? What's wrong? Do you have something in your throat? We have to save Nuri.
Ah, água para passar a tosse.
Here, take a mouthful.
Oh, black fortunes. The fairy artifact. Millennia. Gone in a blink of an eye.
Salvar Nuri.
We have to save Nuri. She's been cut off from us. And she seems to be in shock.
Am I surprised? She just had to touch the crystals. Your fairy has to find another way out.
But the orcs are on that side, and they've surely been following us. Nuri mustn't fall into their hands.
I can draw a safe passage back for her, but I'd need the notebook from my backpack.
Very well. The notebook it shall be.
Então tome a sua mochila e pegue o caderno de notas.
Here. This is for your fairy. the way out of the mountain. She must run to the mill that's marked here. That's where we'll meet again. Do you think she'll find the mill?
You can count on Nuri.
Good. Fairies tend to be a little unfocused.
It's flying away.
Fairy interference. I'm afraid everything in here will crumble apart very soon.
I'm not leaving Nuri behind.
Of course not. I'll make new directions. But you will have to get them to her another way.
Hold on, Nuri.
Here's another sheet with directions.
We have to save Nuri.
Mas ele não disse que tenho que ir por outro caminho? Eu vou pular no abismo, então?
How many paces might that be? No, I won't risk the leap under any circumstances.
Sexta.
Follow the directions to the mill. You can't miss it. The way should be safe. Come, my boy. It's time to leave. So the seer wants to get hold of Nuri Darin Satinav. History has a way of repeating itself.
What do you mean by that?
Once before, the seer abused fairies by making them play the harp for him, until they lost their magic and fell victim to the darkness.
Nuri called them sad fairies. The seer sent them to follow our tracks.
Possible. Quite possible.
O papel de Giacomo no passado.
You fought alongside the king's heroes?
Hesinda forbid. I'd make a knight of miserable stature. When the young king asked me for help, the seer had long been in captivity, but I sealed the fairy gate in the stone oak forest.
So that was you?
For all time, the hardest decision in my whole life. But other fairies might have reached Andergast to play the harp.
How come you didn't find Nuri at the fairy gate back then?
There were rumors in those times that the heroes had saved a fairy from the seer's clutches, but nobody felt it necessary to introduce her to me before they let her go.
Destino de Nuri.
Why Nuri? There must be other fairies somewhere.
A good question. What do you know about Nuri and her homeworld?
Não sei nada.
Nuri never told me anything about her background.
Perhaps she was scared.
Of her home.
Or her past. The magic of the fairies can turn whole worlds upside down.
You mean Nuri's world might have changed since she's been here?
Well, that's why she came here in the first place.
Magia de Nuri.
Nuri can't use magic, or she'll either die or lose her soul.
I see.
We hoped you could help us.
I'm afraid I'd have to know more about the world she came from.
Passado de Nuri.
Do you know where Nuri comes from?
I was never able to explore the world behind the stone oak forest portal before I sealed it. But I have a theory. Nuri's home world might be the fairyland Nerutfana.
Nairutvarna.
A colourful place. A land of bliss.
That doesn't sound too bad, does it? I wonder why she refuses to go back there.
Satinav.
Satinav. Satinav. The Raven mentioned the name once. Can you tell me more about Satinav?
You mean the steersman of the barge of time? The irresistible? Satinav was a mighty demigod who descended to the underworld to conquer the barge of time. But the gods punished him for his sacrilege. Now he's chained to the helm of the barge for all eternity and watches the stream of time. He and he alone can see the past and the future, but not even he can change either of them.
Is that why we see the damage the ravages of Satinav cause everywhere?
Yes, yet the damage they cause is not the same in every world.
Harpa mágica.
Do you know more about the magic harp?
It can only be played by the hands of a fairy. A human, even the seer, would perish in the attempt. That's because it was built by fairies.
What for?
It must harbour great power. Power that suits the seer well, Unfortunately, its whereabouts are unknown. We could examine it further otherwise. The Academy of Magicians never broke their silence about it to me. I can't blame them.
But why is it in our world and not with the fairies?
That's one thing that must be discovered. There must be records of Andergast in the Academy.
O oráculo.
Did you know the seer?
No. But people told many stories about him. Rumors, you know?
What rumors?
That he had been born blind, yet touched by Satinav. Or cursed. He saw the future of others, but it was always death, mischief, and bad luck. Never any good or favourable things. Others claimed he was a warlock, driven by the desire to make his prophecies come true.
The seer once prophesied misfortune for me too. Is he trying to make that true also?
I am sure he has other goals. His own goals.
I don't know how long I'll be able to protect Nuri.
The burden you are carrying doesn't belong on your shoulders alone, Geron.
What do you mean?
Considering what he plans to do to Nuri, I will do everything in my power to help you.
Mudar o futuro.
Is there really no way to change the future?
Future? Past? What do those words mean? Tomorrow becomes yesterday quite fast, doesn't it?
The seer has seen the future. Mine too.
Don't believe what every blind man claims to have seen.
My head is buzzing. If Nuri falls into the hands of the seer, she'll be doomed.
He'll force her to unleash dark fairy magic on Andergast.
But to what end?
He is a seer. It has to be related to the future. After all the things he did in the past, we have to expect the worst. Your mentor only saw one way to prevent it all from happening.
I cannot kill Nuri, not even if our world would be saved from doom by doing it.
Geron, I'll never allow even one hair on Nuri Daranelavander's head to be touched.
I am prepared to do whatever it takes.
So why don't we take her back to her world?
Nuri não quer seguir adiante. Portal das Fadas em Andergast.
But haven't you sealed the gate to Nuri's world forever?
And it can never be reopened again. That's right, but there might be a second portal to Narutvina. It is said to be located in the Swamps of Lament, deep in the no-man's land of the Brinask Marshes.
Mas a Nuri não quer seguir adiante.
Nuri doesn't want to go back to her world.
But that's the only way. No matter what she fears, you'll have to take her back there. Otherwise, she'll die.
Então, partimos agora. Portal das Fadas no Pântano.
Where exactly can I find this fairy gate?
There's a colleague of mine staying in Enqui. Meander Goswin. He has in his possession the Crystal of Narutvina. It's a magic prism that points the way to the fairy gate. And it opens the gate as well. Or so I hope. In the meantime, I'll go to Andergast to research the whereabouts of the magic harp in the academy there. And who knows? Perhaps we'll find a way of rendering the harp harmless.
So it shall be.
Here, take these notes for your voyage. You will find Goswin's address, and all my knowledge concerning the fairy gate and the realm behind it.
I'm ready. Enqui, Meander Goswin, fairy prism, swamps of lament, and soon Nuri will be home.
Wait. They say a mighty, very dangerous creature guards the fairy gate.
What kind of a creature, pray tell?
Its eye is said to petrify all living beings, just like a basilisk.
I was expecting as much. There's always a catch.
Tem outros reinos de fadas? Não posso levá-la para lá?
Are there any other fairy gates? Ones that aren't as far away?
Those gates lead to different worlds in which Nuri would have to die. We cannot take that risk.
Claro que não, né? Criatura dos pântanos.
How can I get past the guardian of the gate?
No one has ever returned to give an answer to that question. Cheer up. Your namesake, St. Geron, once fought against the Basilisk King.
He was the mightiest hero of all time, and he possessed the divine sword Seven-Stroke.
There's a hero inside everyone.
Enviar o erudito das fadas a Enki.
Why don't you go to Enqui, and I'll research the harp in Andergast?
The magicians weren't exactly my friends back then, but do you honestly believe they'd let someone like you into the academy?
All right, forget it.
Now our ways must part, Geron. Protect Nuri's life for all it's worth. Take her back home where she can be happy.
You have my thanks for everything. Wish me luck.
You'll find your way. We'll meet again in Andergast.
Então é isso. Hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Ezou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite e até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.